Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Thanksgiving if you guys celebrate Thanksgiving in the US. At least that's what I'm hoping to post this video. I know it's like Christmas in the background, but I put my tree up the other day. I'm just in the Christmas spirit, so I had to do my background too. But today I thought it would be really fun to do a full face of nothing new, but with a little bit of a twist on it. I'm using all products that I am thankful for. Since today is Thanksgiving, I thought it would be appropriate. I did get this video idea from Allie Glines, and I just thought it was a really awesome idea. I think we all, maybe not all of us, but most of us have so much makeup that we don't really take time to like just be thankful for certain products. I'm just kind of highlighting products in this video that have worked really well for me, that do great things for my skin, that make me feel awesome. So let's just hop right in and get into the look. Alright guys, so I did scooch you in a little bit closer for the eyes. I'm sorry if the lighting's changing. The sun is out right now and it's like it just got very bright all of a sudden, so I apologize if it's looking a little bit different. But I am going to start with the eyes as I normally do. So I wanted to start with my Essence I Heart Color Intensifying Eye Base. I'm applying quite a bit of this. I like to apply a little bit of a heavier amount because it does provide some coverage for my eyes, which I feel like I need because I have pretty veiny eyelids. But this is the best eye primer at the drugstore as far as I'm concerned. I've tried quite a few and this one has just knocked it out of the park. It covers up my eye vein. It lasts really well on my oily eyelids. It's just one of my absolute favorites. And I wasn't using this for a little while. I was using my MAC paint pot and I went back to this the other day and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've missed this so much. It's so much better than the paint pot. And the palette that I decided I wanted to dip into today is my Modern Renaissance palette. So this is definitely an oldie, but it's a goodie. It's always reliable. I'm always happy with the look that I create with this palette. And today I think I want to dip into more of those mauve tones, like right here. Maybe we'll use a little bit of pink, but I want to primarily focus on the mauve tones today because I saw Kelly Gooch do a gorgeous mauve look with it the other day on her channel. So I'm feeling inspired. So let's start with the shade Tempera right there. And I'm just going to use a small amount of this to kind of set down my crease. I don't necessarily set down the rest of my lid, but I find that if I don't set my crease, I have so many issues with creasing. My eyelids are quite oily, so I have to be a little more cognizant of that fact. And then I want to take the shade Blonde Fresco right there, that beautiful mauve tone. And this is an M433 from Morphe. And I'm just going to start to build this up in the crease. I am planning on cutting my crease today, but I want this to really define the crease. I'm going to take my time and really build it up. I am winging my shadow out just a little bit on the edge, but this is just a workhorse palette for me. I love the way that my look turns out every single time I use this palette. It's just a really fantastic one. I never have to worry about these shadows blending weird or being patchy. It's just so incredibly reliable. So at this point, I want to do something to kind of deepen up the outer corner. I'm not doing anything too crazy today. It's just not really how I'm feeling. But I can't decide what shade I want to use. I'm kind of tempted to use Love Letter. You guys, I'm so sorry. I can tell that the video is going like yellow and then back to super bright. It's the light outside. I'm sorry. I can't control it. But I'm trying to decide if I want to use like maybe Antique Bronze, Love Letter, or Cypress Umber. I think I'm going to go in with Love Letter, and I'm just going to take that same Morphe M433. I'm just going to take a small amount of Love Letter, start to build this up in the outer corner and the outer crease. I'm going to take it a little bit. I'm going to kind of try to keep this lower than where we blended Blonde Fresco. So since it is Thanksgiving today when I'll be posting this, leave me a comment down below letting me know what you guys are thankful for. I know that's like so cheesy. I'm going to be super cliche right now and say that I'm really thankful for you guys and for this little community that we're building. We hit 500 subscribers the other day, which was so very cool. And I'm just so excited to continue creating content for you guys in 2020, which is, oh my gosh, so crazy to say. Okay, I like the pinky hue that gave, but I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Cypress Umber. We're just gonna take the same brush because honestly I'm feeling a little lazy today, and focus that on the very outer corner. All right, now I'm just taking a little bit more of Love Letter, just fluffing it back in there. I don't know if that's quite what I was going for, but we're gonna roll with it for now. So I'm gonna take a bare fluffy brush, blend those edges. Okay, now I'm trying to decide if I want to cut my crease. I know I want that cut crease shape, but I'm not sure if I want to go in super intense with concealer. I think I'm just gonna take a little bit of Vermeer on this brush, and I am going to wet it, and I'm just going to kind of apply this in that cut crease shape. And I'm going to take that about halfway across my lid and then just start to slowly diffuse it. Alright guys, so I'm feeling like we need some glitter on the lid, so I'm just going to take a little bit of my NYX glitter primer. I think I'm just going to use the brush we applied Vermeer with, and I'm just going to take a really small amount. And I'm just going to kind of pat that over very gently where we put Vermeer. And then I'm going to dip into my ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Catnap. How beautiful is that, you guys? I'm not like super grateful for this shade in particular because I don't find myself reaching for it that often, but Super Shock shadows in general are one of my favorite shadows to work with. They are so pigmented, so glittery, so sparkly, so special. They just dress up any look instantly. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. How pretty is that shimmer? I'm so sorry about the lighting, you guys. I can tell that it's going like in and out. So I think I'm going to call it on the eyes right here. I'm just going to take my little makeup eraser and I am going to clean up the edges and any fallout that I got under my eyes because there was a little bit. And I just like to angle my eyeshadow upwards. I don't like to go quite like starkly up to my brow because I think that can look a little bit harsh. Oh, and I guess I'm really thankful for my makeup eraser. I use this almost every single time I do my makeup, whether it's just wiping the excess foundation off my hand, cleaning up my eyeshadow. I love that I have some kind of sustainable alternative to makeup wipes. So foundation is a product that I depend on so heavily. I still have acne prone skin, but I feel like my acne is finally calming down, but I still have tons of acne scars. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, sometimes I feel pretty self-conscious about them. So I love a foundation that it has enough coverage to cover those up and make me feel a little bit more confident about that, but that doesn't make me look like a cake face like I'm wearing 10 pounds of makeup. So the happy medium that I found is the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Foundation. I love the finish of this foundation. I love that it has a pump. It's incredible, you guys. I absolutely adore this one. And I'm just gonna blend that into my skin with a sponge. I mean, just look at the finish on the skin. It has the most beautiful dewy finish. It's not like full coverage where it completely covers up every single little mark, but honestly I don't mind that. It covers enough to make me feel confident in my skin, if that makes any sense. And then next I'm going to go in with my Catrice Camouflage Cream. This one's in the shade Wake Up Effect. I use an under eye corrector every single day, so this is one that I am seriously grateful for because it does an incredible job of covering up the fact that I don't get that much sleep. And then directly on top of that, I like to go in with my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer. Again, I feel like this is kind of just turning into a favorites video, but you know what, that's fine. I just wanted to film kind of a relaxing get ready with me that you guys can maybe watch while you get ready for Thanksgiving dinner with your family. But this is an amazing concealer. I've been struggling for years to find a concealer that sits well under my eyes. I do have some fine lines, I mean, as we all do. And I feel like, especially in the wintertime, I find that my under eyes get really dry, but I haven't had any issues with this one looking dry or cakey. It's fantastic. And they have an incredible shade range. So before we go in with powder, I'm actually going to go in with highlighter, blush, and bronzer. I know that might sound a little bit backwards, but it's a technique that I've kind of been testing out lately and I've really been enjoying it. So for a highlighter that I'm grateful for, it's my Flower Beauty Shimmer and Strobe Highlighting Kit. I've really branched out this year and kind of tested out different highlighter formulas, and I always come back to this one and I'm like, why did I ever stray? This is honestly the best highlighter formula I've ever tried. I've tried Becca, I've tried Ofra, I've tried the e.l.f. one. The e.l.f. one's pretty good. Oh, that looks really dark on me. We'll fix that in a minute. But I just keep coming back to this one. I mean, look at that glow, you guys. I know there's a huge shadow right now, but we'll fix that in a minute. But it's so smooth, it's so metallic, it sits so beautifully on the skin, like even over texture. I just think it's top notch, and I don't know why I ever strayed away. So for blush, I really feel like there could be no other than my Laura Baked Blush and Brighten in the shade Tropic Hues. This little guy has been in like 4 of my favorites videos this year, and I haven't even filmed a favorites video every month. It's just the best. I love how it livens up my cheeks. I love the little bit of glow that it gives me. It's just the best, you guys. I feel like maybe it doesn't go the best with this look, but we'll make it work. It's fine. I'm just gonna pop a little bit of this onto my cheekbones. I feel like the highlighter looks better now that we have blush on too. I'm just gonna pop a little bit of this on the chin and the nose just to add some life back to the face. And then finally, we're gonna go in with bronzer, and I'm gonna go in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm really thankful for this one because it makes bronzer so effortless. I never have to worry about this one looking too orange or muddy. It's so mindless and brainless, and I feel like that's kind of the theme of the products in this video. They just always work well for me. So I'm just gonna blend some of this onto my cheekbones. Although, you guys, the bronzer bug has bitten me, And there are several other bronzers that I would really like to try, but I'm trying to make myself use up some other bronzers that I have in my collection right now before I run out and buy those. So now I want to talk about a powder foundation that is newer to my collection, and it's the Laura Geller Baked Balance and Glow Illuminating Foundation in Porcelain. I found this one at TJ Maxx and I have been so in love with it. It gives your skin the prettiest glow. Oh my goodness, and adds just this like sheer amount of perfecting coverage. I don't even want to say that it's like a full coverage powder because I don't believe that it is, but it just adds this veil of like perfection to your skin. It just makes everything look so smooth and glowy, and it makes me look more hydrated throughout the day, especially through the winter time. I can have issues with looking really dry and kind of cakey towards the end of the day, but I really don't have that problem with this bronzer, or not with this bronzer, with this powder. So I did just quickly fill in my brows off camera, but I did want to give a little shout out to my Essence Make Me Brow. This has been a complete lifesaver the past couple months. I started a new job in the fall and I have to get up quite a bit earlier than I normally do, so this has been a lifesaver for when I have 10 seconds to do my brows and I just slick this through my brows. Gives me a little bit of definition, a little bit of color, a little bit of hold, and I can run out the door. So we are going to finish up the eyes now, and I'm just gonna be really boring. I'm sorry, you guys. Lower lash lines, like complicated lower lash lines, are just not my thing. I'm just gonna take this little chubby shader brush and I'm just going to dip into the shade Buon Fresco again. And we're just going to run this under the lower lash line just for some soft definition. I've done a really smoky lower lash line the past couple times that I've done like dramatic eye looks. Well, this isn't too dramatic compared to what else I've been doing. But I don't know, I'm just in the mood for something a little bit lighter today. So now I'm just going to highlight my inner corners and my brow bone with the shade Vermeer right there. And to highlight my inner corners, I'm just taking an AOA Studio E124 brush. I think this is like their pointed pencil brush. When I bought this, I thought it was gonna be so tiny, but it's really kind of big. But it works fantastic for the inner corners. And then just a touch on my brow bone. Add a little brightness and finish off the look right there. So now it's time for setting spray, and I'm going to douse my face in the Valjean Labs Hydrate Mist. I've been obsessed with dewy setting sprays this year. Like, I haven't even really been touching my long wear setting sprays. So I am so thankful for this, for kind of taking down the powderiness of my makeup and just making everything look so fresh and beautiful. Maybe went a little heavy-handed. Then I'm just going to take my sponge and lightly press any excess into my skin. Okay guys, so I just hopped off camera and I applied 2 coats of mascara. I'm going to apply another one, but I thought while I was waiting for the second coat to dry a little up, I would go in with my lip. I actually was planning on doing a much warmer look, so any of the lippies that I had in mind aren't really going to work with this look, so I just grabbed my e.l.f. I think this is like the extra gloss. It's in the shade Michael. I don't think they even sell these anymore. It's really old. Honestly, I should probably get rid of it, but the shade is so beautiful. So I'm just going to apply this to my lips. Okay, just kidding. I don't like that with this look. Let me dig around and see what else I can find. Alright, I know this isn't cruelty free, but it's in my collection, so I'm going to try to use it up. So I'm going to go in with Maybelline Lust for Blush. This was an Emily Noel recommendation from years and years ago. I think that's better. I think I want a gloss on top. Alright, so I'm going to go in with Moonchild from ColourPop on top. We'll see. I want it to be a little softer. We're going to apply this on top. I'm gonna call that good because honestly I don't want to put on more lip colors today. But this is the completed look, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you had fun kind of getting ready together today. I'm going to try to post this video pretty early in the morning, like 8 or 9. So it'll be up and ready if you guys want something to watch and listen to while you're getting ready for Thanksgiving. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so very much for taking time out of your day, especially today, to hang out with me and just chit chat about makeup in this little space. But I'm going to wrap it up for today. Don't forget to leave me down below what your favorite Thanksgiving food is. I go back and forth between mashed potatoes and stuffing. I feel like I want to say stuffing because I can have mashed potatoes pretty much year round, but I feel like stuffing is a very like Thanksgiving-y type item. But let me know what your favorite is down below. I would love to know, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!